Book 3, Stage 5, Lesson 71. Ride, ride. Can you ride a horse? Can you ride a horse?
Yes, I can ride a horse.
Very good. Do you like riding on buses? Do you like riding on buses?
Yes, I like riding on buses.
Perfect. May, can, permission. May, can, permission. Perfect. When we ask for permission to do something, we use the words may or can. For example, may I leave the room, please? Or can I leave the room, please? So, what words do we use when we ask for permission to do something? What words do we use when we ask for permission to do something?
We use may or can when we ask for permission to do something.
Very good. Can you give me 3 examples, please?
May I smoke? Can I open the window? May I go to the cinema this evening?
Very good. Catch a cold raincoat. Catch a cold raincoat. We use the word catch in expressions such as to catch a ball, catch a train, catch a cold, etc. So, what am I doing? What am I doing?
You are catching a pen.
Very good. In what kind of expressions do we use the word catch? In what kind of expressions do we use the word catch?
We use the word catch in expressions such as catch a pen or catch a ball.
Very good. Are you the kind of person who usually has to run hard at the last moment when you go to catch a bus or a train?
Okay.
Are you the kind of person who usually has to run hard at the last moment when you go to catch a bus or a train?
Yes, I am the kind of person who usually has to run hard at the last moment when I have to catch a bus or a train.
Very good. If you walked in the rain without carrying an umbrella or wearing a raincoat, what might happen? If you walked in the rain without carrying an umbrella or wearing a raincoat, what might happen?
If I walk in the rain without carrying an umbrella or wearing a raincoat, I get wet and I might catch a cold.
Very good. To be in the habit of doing something, habit. To be in the habit of doing something, habit. Are you in the habit of getting up early in the morning? Are you in the habit of getting up early in the morning?
Yes, I am in the habit of getting up early in the morning.
Why?
Because I have to work early.
Very good. Are you in the habit of speaking to yourself when you're alone? Are you in the habit of speaking to yourself when you're alone?
Yes, I am in the habit of speaking to myself when I am alone.
Very good. What were you in the habit of doing on Sundays when you were a little child? What were you in the habit of doing on Sundays when you were a little child?
I was in the habit of watching television on Sundays when I was a little child.
Very good. Stranger, foreigner. Stranger, foreigner. A stranger is somebody we don't know. Whilst a foreigner is somebody from another country. Yes? So, what's the difference between a stranger and a foreigner? What's the difference between a stranger and a foreigner?
The difference between a stranger and a foreigner is that a stranger is somebody that we don't know, whilst a foreigner is somebody from another country.
Look like. Look like. Do you think that people who live together for a very long time begin to look like each other? Do you think that people who live together for a long time begin to look like each other?
Yes, I think that people who live together for a very long time begin to look like each other.
Why?
Because they wear the same type of clothes.
Okay. What famous person would you most like to look like? What kind of person, what famous person would you most like to look like?
I would most like to look like George Clooney.
Okay, good choice. Do you think it looks like rain? Do you think it looks like rain?
No, I don't think it looks like rain.
Do you think you look like succeeding in learning English quite well? Do you think it looks like you look like succeeding in learning English quite well?
Yes, I think I look like succeeding in learning English quite well.
What did Winston Churchill look like? What did Winston Churchill look like?
Winston Churchill was quite fat. He had a round face and no hair. And a smile like that of a little boy.
Okay, very good. And a cigar, yes?
Oh yeah, and a cigar.
Very good.
Very good.
Travel, journey, just weekend. Travel, journey, just weekend.
Travel, journey, just weekend.
The words travel and journey have almost the same meaning, but we generally use travel as a verb and journey as a noun. For example, I traveled on a long journey. I traveled on a long journey, yes?
Okay.
So, what's the difference between the words travel and journey? What's the difference between the words travel and journey?
The difference between the words travel and journey is that we generally use travel as a verb and journey as a noun.
Very good. Why is it now possible for the average person to travel to other countries just for the weekend? Why is it possible for the average person to travel to other countries just for the weekend?
It's now possible for the average person to travel to another country just for the weekend because traveling is cheaper, easier and faster these days.
Very good. What's the longest journey you've ever made? What's the longest journey you've ever made?
The longest journey I've ever made is to Greece.
Very good. Of course. Of course. Give me a sentence with the words of course in it, please.
If we want to catch the early train, we must, of course, be sure of leave ourselves enough time to get to the station.
Very good.
Okay. Or it's better, of course, to work. Sorry. Or it is, of course, better to do work one likes to do than work that one dislikes.
Very good. Therefore. Therefore.
Therefore.
Could you please give me a sentence with the word therefore in it?
Okay. It's a difficult subject. Therefore, it's necessary to read the book very carefully. Or I'm going to the cinema. I must therefore have some money.
Nowadays.
Nowadays.
Do you think that people nowadays are happier than in the past? Do you think that people nowadays are happier than in the past?
Yes, I think that people nowadays is happier than in the past.
Very good. Why?
Because people nowadays is healthier than in the past.
Okay. Suffer. What illnesses have you suffered from? What illnesses have you suffered from?
I've suffered from chickenpox.
Okay. Wish as a noun. Yes. What's your greatest wish in life? What's your greatest wish in life?
My greatest wish in life is to learn English properly.
Exist. About how long has this building existed for? About how long has this building existed for?
This building has existed for 10 years.
Very good. End of lesson 72.